For your Raiders, Lady Thomas.
What? No. Alright, pay attention for a second. So, when you fire that ad brake, okay, you hit fire there, okay? Now, you have to wait for it to actually show up here, okay? Alright? Once, and now you don't have to rush. You got, what, 2.5 minutes, right? Okay? But during that ad break, okay, see these buttons here? See how this one says co-pilot? Okay, and that one's Air Force, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to turn this one on and then turn that one off, okay? When you do that, I'll do it really quick. Yeah, see how that bar, see how it slid up? Okay, it should do that. And then see how these things are both moving? They should still be moving, okay? Because that means that there's sound. It's the only way for us to know that it's actually playing. You get that. Easy enough? Yeah. Alright, you got everything else?
Next match, for Owatonna, Nathan Gronley. For your Raiders, Louis Moss. The Northfield Raider Wrestling Program would also like to thank very generous businesses and individuals who contribute and donate to our program. Please notice the banners on the north end of the arena. Jacobs Industrial, Welch Plumbing, Minnesota Orthodontics, CNR Flooring, CACT Farms, Rick and Mary Township and Edina Realty, and Valley Auto House. Thank you for supporting Northfield Raider Wrestling. For Owatonna, Landon Vavra. And for your Raiders, Gunnar Johnson.
no guarantee that those are all exactly like they might move people around. They might move people around on that.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
I can tell you who we're wrestling. Okay. Most likely. I can tell you our lineup though, most likely.
Why is it not this?
I can tell you. I think Talon might be wrestling. I'm not sure there. Keith isn't wrestling. So I think Talon might be going in at 127 and Kata might be going in. Or Talon might be at 27 and he's wrestling 33. I don't know. Otherwise
Yeah,
wrestling.
Keith ain't wrestling.
Keith isn't wrestling?
No, Keith is not wrestling.
So who's going in for him then?
Not positive, but Kata might move up, or I don't know what Talon weighed in at, but if he weighed in at 27, he might wrestle 33 just because. Preferably Kata would stay down. I think it matters on if we win the flip or not, if we have choice or not.
But for
Somebody's
not is Keith Hoop, is that why?
Yeah. Nothing like a close JV. These motorized, like if I push these buttons, do they like go up and down?
Wait, these are all unmuted.
Yeah, there's sound plates.
All right, and the next match. Keep working hard.
I'm just gonna say on Arizona.
The Northfield Booster Club invites you to visit the concession stand located in the lower cafeteria. Hot, dog, Gatorade, candy, popcorn, pizza, hot dogs, and cookies are available. There are also restrooms located in the lower cafeteria.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by IAT. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by IAT today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our number one goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
All right, here we go. We are just about ready to get going here at the Northfield High School Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the Northfield Raiders and the Owatonna Huskies in a battle for the Big Nine on the wrestling mat. AJ Reister alongside Sean Murphy. When we come back, we will have the pre-coaches interviews. You're watching Northfield Wrestling on NorthfieldLive.com.
All right, 3 questions for Noah. Noah, how long have you been wrestling? I've wrestled.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by IAT. Hi, this is Beth IAT. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by IAT will be there in your time of need.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Welcome back to the Northfield High School Gymnasium, where the Northfield Raiders are ready to go here against the Owatonna Huskies in a battle for the Big Nine Conference. Owatonna 5-0 in conference play, Northfield 4-0, with Alberley right behind them, and Mankato West 2-0 each. Tonight's visiting coaches interviews are brought to you by Hometown Credit Union, serving 26 counties in southern Minnesota. They have 2 locations in Owatonna, 1 in Faribault, and 1 in Northfield. Here is Owatonna Husky head coach Derek Johnson. The Owatonna head coach Derek Johnson. Coach, how would you describe your season up to this point? 5-0 in the regular season at top of the Big Nine, but how would you describe it?
Yeah, so out of conference schedule, we kind of front loaded and kind of baptized by fire for ourselves at the beginning of the season. We had Stillwater in our very first duel and Anoka that day, and it came down to heavyweight with Anoka, so we feel pretty good about that. And then the following week we had Scott West, another 2A powerhouse, and but then after that, once we kind of settled into our conference schedule, we've been kind of rolling since then. We had a big win at Chaskatchan at their home right after they beat Waconia, so that was a pretty big highlight for us. And then one of our other rivals besides Northfield, Faribault, we beat them at home, and for us that's always like, kind of like how the Vikings, no matter how your season's going, you got to beat the Packers.
Exactly.
So yep.
That sounds like you guys are pretty battle tested then.
Yeah, for the most part, we're heating up now. This is always a really tough week for us. We love it. We love Northfield on Thursday, then we head over to Zumbrota on Saturday, and Kenyon Wanamingo's there. So, we know this is kind of like the gauntlet of our season year after year, and we look forward to it. So,
when looking at the Raiders on tape and on paper, what do you see from them, and where do you hope to attack?
Yeah, well, I mean, we actually match up pretty well in terms of where their strengths are, ours are, and it's been kind of like that for the last couple of years. And we always recognize, and we talk about this in our room, that teams like Northfield, you can tell they hit the weight room, you can tell they're athletes, and so that's more motivation for us in season and out of season to kind of catch up in that area. And so, we just know that every single Northfield wrestler is really, really strong, and we got to be ready for it in the match. So.
And this is for the Northfield broadcast. So who are some of the wrestlers on your lineup that we should have circled for big matchups tonight?
Sure. Yeah, we kind of got bumped out of the rankings because we didn't go to Rumble on the Red or the Christmas tournament. But at 121, Donnie Sorensen's having a really good year. At 107, Caden Lindquist is ranked and having a good year. Still pretty undersized for a 107-pounder. But then, Donnie Sorensen at 121 is making a big kind of push campaign to get ranked. Lane Karsten has been ranked all season until the last rankings at 127. 133, Jaden Jurley's been having a really surprisingly good year. And then 139, 145-ish, wherever he ends up. Trey Hyatt started the year ranked, but he was out with a knee injury, and so fell out of the rankings just naturally with that. And then up above, RJ Renardi only has 1 loss on the season and had a ranked kid from Chanhassen on his back to finish that match. And, Max Flemke has beat Simley's ranked 189, and Blake Fitchers, he's having a really good year too, outside of his first weekend, which was against Cito Tuttle of Stillwater. He's, right out the gate. But, So otherwise, kind of the same thing where both teams seem to be kind of loaded in the later lightweights and then the upper weights.
Awesome. Well, should be a fun matchup, and thank you for your time, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
Thank you to Owatonna head coach Derek Johnson. We're just about ready to go here at the Northfield High School. But before we get to that, let's catch up with the Northfield head coach, Jeff Staub. Here with Coach Staub of the Raiders. Coach, you just got back from a trip to La Crosse where you wrestled at the Clash. What was that experience like for your wrestlers, and what were some of the results out there?
It was good. The results weren't exactly where we wanted them to be, but we had two of our ranked wrestlers not competing there due to some injuries. So, but the team that we did put out there to wrestle, they battled. So we won a couple duels on that last day, but we were kind of close in a lot of them. I think with a full squad we would have done a little better, but next wrestler up, and the people that did fill in did a fantastic job.
undefeated right now in the Big Nine, 6-6 overall. How would you describe the season overall up to this point?
Not full. We've not had a full lineup yet. I'd just like to get except for the first match of the year against Mayo was the first and last time we've had a full lineup for duels. So I think a lot of those 6 losses are a big tribute to that, but can't be healthy all the time. It'd just be nice to get healthy when we're out there and we have everybody, and the kids that are stepping up are wrestling well. And I'm just hoping to be fully healthy by sections.
What have you seen from Owatonna getting ready for this meet? What's kind of the game plan, and what's been your message to your wrestlers leading into this one?
Well, we've kind of beaten Owatonna the last few years in a row. We wanted to keep that tradition going. They're a tough team. They've got some tough wrestlers. It's on paper, this is a very close duel. So it's, I just told them to get after it, and let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And it's Takedown Cancer Night. So what does it mean for you as the coach and just as a program overall to have a night like this that supports cancer research?
It's very important to me. Actually kind of really hits home as my mother passed away from cancer. So I think it's a great cause, and we're always 100% behind it and support it, and hopefully they can find something to get rid of this nasty thing called cancer.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. That was the Raider head coach, Jeff Staub, and he just, at the end of that interview, talked about his personal connection and how important it is for this Takedown Cancer Night. If you take a look at the Northfield wrestlers, they have green tape on their shoes tonight. That's to represent a type of cancer. And if you are in attendance tonight, the program that was handed out at the front door, each and every single wrestler has a name written next to theirs for someone that is important to them that has been affected by cancer. So tonight is a very special night for Takedown Cancer. It's senior night for the Raiders, and also the little ones are here to watch some spotlight wrestling. AJ Reeser alongside Sean Murphy. Murphy, you've been around a lot of these wrestlers for a long time. You saw what happened out there in the clash. How would you describe this season up to this point for Northfield?
Yeah, it's been an up and down season. They're battle tested though. They've been through some very tough tournaments with the Clash and the Rumble on the Red, and ready to roll into this tough Big Nine conference for wrestling. It's a hotbed for wrestling, and it starts tonight with Owatonna.
Both of these teams are atop the conference. Owatonna 13-4 overall, 5-0 in the Big Nine. Northfield 6-6, 4-0 in the Big Nine. And right behind them, Albert Lee, undefeated as well in the conference, 2-0. Mankato West 2-0 as well. After that, you get to Rochester Mayo, who's 2-1, still a very good squad, but with one loss. Faribault 1-1, Century's 1-2, Austin's 1-4, East is 0-1, JM's 0-4, and Winona is 0-5 as we have the rest of the Raiders starting lineup announced here under the spotlight. As Kuiper runs on out. But we talked about the Clash a little bit. It's one of those national meets in high school wrestling that gets a lot of attention. The Raiders ended up coming off a 30th place finish at the Clash in lacrosse. Went 2-4 as a team in duels, defeating Loyola Academy 36-35 and Caledonia Houston 38-28 in their final duels of the tournament. But on the other side, Owatonna is coming off 44-17 win over South St. Paul, 71-6 win over Spectrum, and 62-12 win over Minneapolis North. That was on Saturday in their quadrangular. A lot of big wins there for Owatonna. They're coming in red hot, but the Raiders are looking possibly for a little bit of a revenge after getting handed 4 losses in lacrosse.
Yes, they are. And at lacrosse, they had a few guys out, and both of their state-ranked wrestlers, Keith Turner and Owen Murphy, were out, and that did not help them.
No, I know.
When you go to a tournament such as that, you got teams from all over the country that were represented there, everywhere from California to Connecticut. So
wow,
they went out there and they battled hard, though, and they got 2 wins to end the tournament, and now they're starting to get back a little bit to full strength, and going to be tested, though, tonight.
And that's what Stomp said in his pregame interview. It feels like all season the Raiders have just been dealing with so many injuries. tonight, maybe hopefully soon, they could finally see a fully healthy roster. Still a couple of scratches here and there. Keith Harner will not be wrestling tonight at 133. We'll see what he decides to go with there. A couple other injuries in the lineup, which we'll get to later. But it's this is a big one for the Raiders as they want a Big 9 conference title. So if they can get as many guys out there as they can, that's hopefully what they'll be able to do.
Yeah, and that's wrestling. The dog days of winter, you're going to be dinged up, and guys have to step up and fill in for their teammates, and understanding that all teams go through that, and no excuse, but here we go, ready to rock.
So right away at 125, looks like it's Caden Lindquist, at 107, it's going to be Caden Lindquist, the 8th ranked wrestler at 107, then Callie Graber, the top ranked wrestler at 106. Graber's going at it here in this regular starting lineup for the Raiders.
Yeah, and Callie got second place at the Rumble on the Red, which is basically making history, the first girl to ever place at that tournament. And here she is on a takedown, and she's going to get it. Very good start for Callie. She's just a competitor through and through and representing Northville in so many good ways.
And is not shy of the spotlight either. She's a great cross-country runner in the fall. Has made it to the state meet the last couple of years. Has placed really high there. Just an overall great competitor. And over at the Clash went 3-3. Pinned Beckett Edstrom from Hastings and Mason Van Gundy from Caledonia, Houston over there. Had a great Clash. Went 500, got 3 wins. And she's up 2-0 here with 1:12 to go in this first period.
Yeah, and like I said, she's making history, placing at these big tournaments, the Rumble and the Red. Could be possibly the first girl ever to crack the state podium at the high school tournament this year. That's her goals. She has very high goals. She works very hard, and she's very good on top as well, and likes to run these arm bars. So let's see what she can do here and see if she can get some bonus points.
Under 50 seconds to go in this first period. Had that early 2-point takedown. It's been working on the mat since.
Close to points here. She breaks the play-in. He did count 2. Very good referee here tonight. Very experienced. And a lot of refs won't go down right away for a tilt like that, but with an experienced ref such as the one we have tonight, he was right on top of it, and Callie got 2 extra points, which is huge.
Under 20 seconds to go. Callie up 4-0 on the 8th ranked wrestler in Class AAA, Caden Lindquist. Graber trying to get a turn.
He's really working that ride good, and Lindquist not doing much on bottom. He might get stalled here. There it is. Broke the plane, but ran out of time.
No points awarded. It looked like the referee was about to, but horn sounded. So we'll head to the second period with Graber up by 4.
Yeah, and Lindquist says, I don't want to go on the mat against Callie, so I'm going to choose neutral. Callie's going to try and take him down and make him go on the mat anyways.
Not a bad decision. We see Callie really have a lot of success on the mat and on top early, especially in that first period, so not a bad decision by Lindquist to go neutral.
Yeah, and she got that early takedown, so she needs to stay aggressive, and she does. Good shot there. Try to take Lindquist down here, build up on her lead, and work towards a major. There's a nice little carry, and Lindquist is a little high, and Callie's gonna, if she can hold that arm, keep that leg turned, she can elevate and get back points here. She needs to elevate that back leg and crossface here.
Up by 6.
She's gonna let go of the Turk. You like to see when they get that leg in that awkward position, if they can elevate the bottom leg and crossface, she might have been able to get a couple extra points there, but she's going to continue to work on her tilts and arm bars here, which she had good success. 2 more points and she'll have a major.
Under a minute to go in the second period. Callie needs 2 for a major, but she's had a lot of pins this season, a lot of falls. She had 2 in the Clash, looking to get another one on her back tonight.
There she's got it. Keep going, Callie. Get on your toes.
Has the turn, but a potentially dangerous is called. Nearly had that turn, but just was a little too deep in on that right arm of Lindquist, and potentially dangerous is called, but she'll stay on top and right back to work on the mat. 38 seconds to go in this second period.
Yeah, she's, again, hammering away on top, getting that wrist ride, looking for her tilt. Got 30 seconds to get 2 more points to build that major decision. Ooh, now she's got a cradle locked up here, a little cross-face cradle. Not able to do that. Lindquist did a good job getting hand control. That's what you want your wrestler to do when somebody's going for a cradle. And she's going to get 1 here at the end of the period, it looks like.
Yeah, 1 point for Lindquist. So now Callie will need 3 to get a major here in this final period. Goes in for one more shot at the buzzer. But saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell, right.
Callie gets out with a 5-point lead.
Changed levels, and he wasn't expecting it, I don't think.
He was hoping to run out the rest of that clock, but Callie was still aggressive with just 2 seconds left. Nearly got the 2 points. But Callie will start on bottom here. See if Lindquist can do some work on top.
Yeah, and if Callie gets away and gets a takedown, she'll be up by 8, which is a major decision. You need 8 points to get that extra team point, and every team point is going to really matter tonight. So there's her 1. Now she needs 2.
1 step checked off. Now going for that left leg.
Another shot by Callie, and she's going to secure the ankle, pop her head out, and get 2. Just needs to pop that head out.
Great job by Lindquist. Hold on to that left ankle of Graber.
Yep, but to no avail.
So Graber's now got the major. We'll see what her corner decides to do, whether it's to ride this thing out or go for the full 16 points.
Yeah, and that's the decision. Lindquist is probably going to ding here for stalling. He's not doing much on the bottom, and there's a minute left, and sometimes coaches will say, hey, get 1 more to pad that major, or if you think you can turn them, sure, go ahead and try and turn them, but the last thing you want to do is have Lindquist going to escape at the end, and then you don't get the major. So we'll see if Callie can keep him down here.
45 seconds left in the final period. A warning on Lindquist for stalling.
Yep, there's the stall. There's the points. Count them.
Graver's got him in deep on a shot, but no points awarded.
It was close. It was very close. The ref did not see that break in the plane enough to count. Now she's just got to be careful. You don't want to give up and escape, so you want to be a little more conservative here. A turn really doesn't help you much unless you pin them, so you're just looking to hang on these last 10 seconds to secure that major decision.
Graber, just 5 seconds left, up 9-1 to open up the meet for the Raiders. 2-1. Give her the major decision. Callie Graber takes down the 8th-ranked wrestler in the state of Minnesota for a 9-1 major decision. And the Raiders start off with some extra points. Give them a 4-0 lead after 107.
Awesome start for the Raiders. Callie was all business tonight. Wrestled very smart match and wrestled really well.
So now Drew Pribble will step in for the Raiders.
So this is Lindquist.
Yeah, I just heard that. So maybe...
So they must have put in...
That must have been possibly Jacob... Well, Jacob Wilson's listed at 114 on the varsity lineup. So possibly Lucinda Ornelas.
Apologize for that, but it was not Caden Lindquist. This is Caden Lindquist. So they decided to go Caden Lindquist at 113, and it must have been, I'm guessing, Jacob Wilson at 107 that Callie just wrestled. So this is the ranked wrestler. So Pribble's going to have his work cut out for him. Only an 8th grader, Drew Pribble, is going to wrestle against the 8th ranked wrestler and have his work cut out for him.
Well, big points at 107 for Callie. Had the wrong opponent, but still a great match for her to go get that extra point. But now Drew Pribble, like you said, will have his work cut out for him. Pribble went 1-5 in the clash. His lone win was a forfeit. And Caden Lindquist on top, 2-0 with under a minute to go in this opening period.
Yeah, and so these are the matchups the coaches do. Sometimes they bump wrestlers up. In this case, they bumped Lindquist up, and feeling they have a better matchup here to get the team on the board. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And right now, Lindquist is going to, obviously he's going to this match thinking, I got to get bonus points. against Pribble, and Pribble's thinking, hey, I got to fight for every point for my team and keep it close.
20 seconds left in the opening period. Lindquist still on top 2-0 and is currently on top of Drew Pribble in the center of the mat.
Yeah, and Pribble doing a nice job. 10 seconds here, see if he can get one. Lindquist has a good leg right in.
That's going to be the end of the first. So after an early takedown by Lindquist, we'll head to the second period with Drew Pribble down by 1. And Pribble, only an 8th grader's older brother, Jack Pribble, is out for the rest of this season. He had shoulder surgery after just a few weeks into the football season. And he's out for the wrestling season, but is hoping to come back for baseball, is what he told me.
Yeah, and he's a great athlete and a great leader for us, and he's been here through every step of the way. Even though he's recovering from an injury, he's still cheering on his team, going to practice, going to the matches, and leading by true example. So it'd be great to get him back next year, healthy and ready to rock and roll.
He's working the scorer's table tonight, just right next to us, so he might have heard us pumping him up a little bit.
Yeah, and he's, it's hard watching when you're on the sidelines and recovering from an injury, and you just want to get out there and help your team, but you got to do everything in your power. A little stalemate there, and good to see all the youth wrestlers here on the mat side cheering on the Raiders, and a lot of them are females, if you notice that, and female wrestling is just exploding in the country, and you were given the extreme honor of doing the first ever collegiate match in Iowa with the legendary Coach Steiner, who has led our Olympic team in the last couple of Olympics for female wrestling. That must have been surreal.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, when they asked me to do that, it was a no-brainer for me to say yes, and I didn't even know at the time that Terry Steiner was going to be joining us on the call, and then he came down and said, AJ, I'm going to be honest, I haven't done a whole lot of broadcasting, so I'm leaning on you. I'm just like, you're Terry Steiner. I'm leaning on you, man. But it was an absolute honor to be able to call that with the U.S. Women's National Head Coach, Terry Steiner. And I go to the University of Iowa, so a lot of our women that are on our team obviously ranked very high in the nation, but are going to be wrestling for him, hopefully in the Olympics here this summer. So it's been just a crazy time down in Iowa. It's great that Northfield is starting to feed into that quite a bit. Obviously, we've had Ella Pribble here. We're watching Callie Graber, who just got a big win. And obviously, tons of young wrestlers sitting right across from us as Drew Pribble's in deep on a shot, trying to get a turnover here.
Yeah, Lindquist has a cradle. Pribble's doing an outstanding job fighting everything off, though. Got to give a lot of credit here. Yeah, I mean, that moment for you, and then in your career as a freshman in Iowa, and then looking forward to future broadcasts with you doing women's wrestling at the collegiate level. Really exciting.
Oh, my gosh.
Making Northfield proud for us.
I appreciate the kind comments. I mean, I've been super lucky.
Rubbing shoulders with Dan Gable.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the booth.
Yeah, Dan Gable came down after the first Iowa match, and all of a sudden I was in a circle with Dan Gable and Terry Steiner, and all of a sudden fans were coming down and taking pictures. And I was just like, this is just surreal. Lindquist gets 2 more points for a takedown on Pribble. He now leads 4-0. He lets Pribble right back up, trying to get a couple more takedowns for a major decision to match Callie Graber in that first. Another ankle pick takedown. Makes it 6-1. Lindquist lets him right back up. Moving quickly now here in this final period. Lindquist in now, deep on another shot. Gets 2 more. He now leads 8-2. Just needs to let him up one more time and get one more takedown for a major.
Jeez, something will Lindquist up. Coaches are probably wondering, where was this in the first 2 periods?
Yeah.
Pribble needs to regroup. Pribble needs to regroup. Take this as an insult. And say, hey, I'm going to toughen up here and strengthen up my defense a little.
Under a minute to go in the final period. Lindquist up 10-3, in on another single leg, gets 2 more. He now leads 12-3. And it's just been all points, and a lot of points for Owatonna here in this final period at 1:14. Just a total flip of the script.
Yeah, and typically you want to do that in the first period, get your major, then go for the pin. But Lindquist decided to wait till the 3rd period, and holy moly, did he turn it on there. Jeez.
Just explosive once the whistle blew. Under 30 seconds left. Lindquist still up 12-3 now, just looking to ride out this clock. And there's another 1 point for stalling.
And that's okay. He's just going to give up a major if he cannot get pinned here. So don't give this up. Short time, potentially dangerous call. 9 seconds. And Pribble has done a great job fighting against a ranked wrestler. It's a victory for Northfield. He can just give up 4, so he knows that. And so he needs to be tough on bottom here and not give up any big moves in the last 9 seconds.
Lindquist given a caution. Last 9 seconds. 5 on the clock.
Yeah, he did his job. Pribble did his job. Lindquist did his job. Got a bonus point for the team. So, both teams kind of holding serve right now.
So Lindquist answers Graber with a major decision of his own. Now we'll see what the coaches decide to go with at 121. Charlie Johnson is currently slated for the Raiders. We'll see if that's what they go with. With Keith Horner out, we'll see if there's some movement. So it is Donovan Sorensen at 121. And Charlie Johnson will be getting the nod at 121 like we expected. The 8th grader jumping in a big match against Donovan Sorensen, the junior, who's been having an incredible season for the Huskies.
Yeah, and Charlie is no stranger to big matches, though. Even though he's only an 8th grader, he's going to go out there and he's going to battle. He's an experienced wrestler. He's going to go up against somebody a little older, a little stronger in Sorensen, but Charlie can hold his own. So let's see how he fights today. Nice strength double by Sorensen.
Charlie Johnson went 1-5 at the Clash. His lone win was a pin over Aaron Qualis from Caledonia, Houston. In just 25 seconds, came out the gates firing, got a quick pin, but he finds himself down early 2-0 after that takedown from Donovan Sorensen.
Yeah, he's going to let him up, and he's going to build the lead early. He's not going to wait around. He's going to try and get some takedowns and build a lead and try and get some bonus points early. And another nice power straight-on shot by Sorensen. Charlie did a good job squaring up, but Sorensen turned the corner for 2.
Minute 10 to go in this opening period. Sorensen up 4-1. He's going to let Johnson back up. You can kind of see the pattern here from the end of that last period to the beginning of this one. Owatonna's head coach Derek Johnson allowing his wrestlers to let him back up so they can get more takedowns. Here's a big takedown on Johnson's back, counting the points. Johnson trying to bridge out of it. He's going to have at least 3 close takedown points. He'll get the 3 near takedown points, near fall points, make it 9-2 in favor of Donovan Sorensen.
Yeah, just strength there by Sorensen. Nice hip toss. Took Charlie to his back. Charlie did a great job, though, fighting that off and not giving up the pin.
Nice bridge right on the edge of the mat as they head out. 31.5 seconds left in this opening period.
Yeah, Charlie's got to keep battling, keep fighting. Down 7 points here. Be nice to see him get an escape. Get hand control, work his way up to his base.
Under 20 seconds left. Sorensen riding on top.
Yeah, he wants to keep him down. Doesn't want to give up a cheat point here at the end of the period and look to build upon his lead and work on a major in the second.
3, 2, 1, and that's how the opening period will close. Sorensen up early 9-2 after a near fall, or 3 near fall points with about 30 seconds left in that opening period. And he leads 9-2. We'll see what Charlie Johnson comes out with as they go neutral.
Yeah, Sorensen chose neutral and very comfortable on his feet and looking to start building his lead. Charlie needs to start moving his feet a little bit and pummel in on, see if he can set up his shot. He has a good shot. He's just right now just kind of getting all muscled.
And we know he can be pretty explosive as well with that 25-second takedown he had against Caledonia, Houston. Just need to see him get off the ball as here's another takedown for Sorensen. He now leads 11-2 with 1.5 minutes to go in the second period.
Yeah, another strong straight-on blast double by Sorensen. Now he has his major decision, and coaches are probably hoping to get a turn here and look for a pin. And Charlie knows that, and Charlie's got to keep fighting to not give up that bonus point. Actually, 2 points if they get a pin, so it'll be 16 points versus 4.
So big match here. Charlie Johnson down big early, but can try and avoid some extra points to Owatonna if he comes back here. Still plenty of time left in the second period. Obviously still a whole nother third if he's able to keep it alive. 45 seconds left in this second period. Edge of the mat they go, right in front of the Owatonna bench.
Yeah, Charlie's got to be careful. He doesn't get dinged for stalling here. Already been warned. And he's got to work his way up, which he's doing, and continue to try and improve.
We go out at 27.8 on the clock. Sorensen still leading 11-2.
Well, at least tonight none of our guys should have any untied shoelaces like we did last time we were on air against Rochester Mayo in the first Big 9 duel of the year. You get penalized for that, and it was early in the year. We were a little rusty. A few guys didn't have their laces taped properly, and we got a couple penalty points. And tonight we're wearing the green.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for those shoelaces to break loose from that green tape.
Yeah, supporting, standing up against cancer, and Coach Staub's mom, Hatsy Staub, a wonderful woman, just a beautiful human being, passed away just recently from cancer. Very big supporter of us, and with a heavy heart, Coach Staub is here coaching his team, and obviously his son's on the team. Representing their grandma tonight, as is a lot of the teammates here that have had loved ones that have suffered from cancer and passed away. So it's a good cause, and nice to see all the pink here on the bench.
Oh, absolutely. The pink T-shirts that they were selling today at the front desk look awesome. I got one on right now.
Nice.
Dan Kuiper was kind enough to get our crew some of them.
Very nice.
And these things look awesome.
Yes, they do.
Definitely going to wear this down to Iowa for a wrestling meet.
Oh, absolutely. And look forward to watching you broadcast those and grow the sport of women's wrestling. And obviously Iowa's the hotbed for wrestling in general, so you're at the best place to do that.
I was talking to Staub about it before the match. It's how fun it is to be able to come back and do this stuff after seeing what Iowa's able to do, and then come back and be able to call this stuff with you, Sean. It's been an absolute blast.
Well, I love calling with you, and I'm glad you were able to come back, and hopefully we can do a few more. Charlie is riding tough here.
He is.
So give the 8th grader credit for fighting back in this match. Sorensen not doing much. He could get dinged for stalling. This is the grit that Charlie Johnson shows. 8th grader wrestling, upperclassman from Owatonna, and just keeps going. And look at him get stronger as the match goes on. And now only a minute left. He's rode him hard for a minute, looking for a turn of his own. Wouldn't that be something?
He's down still 11-2 with under a minute to go in the final period, but looking to avoid those extra points to Owatonna. If he can get a turn, it would take away the major decision and 4 points.
Oh, the ref's going to call Charlie for stalling? Interesting. Okay, well, the ref called Charlie.
All right.
Could have went either way, I guess. Sorensen wasn't doing much on the bottom either, but it's going to be a point for Owatonna because that's his second.
47.6 on the clock. So Sorensen leads by 10. Nice mat return by Johnson, but Owatonna gets on top. Sorensen is going to get 2 points. Now he leads 14-2.
Yeah, Sorensen did a nice little Granby roll there. He got a reversal. Charlie now has to be careful. He's down 12. He doesn't want to give up a tech fall, which will be 3 more points, or a pin. So, again, all these team points matter. We want to keep this close.
15 seconds left. Charlie's just got to ride this thing out. 10 seconds left, trying to get out of this hold that Sorensen's got him in. 3, 2, 1, and that's how this one will end. Sorensen with a major decision over Charlie Johnson, and Owatonna gets back-to-back major decisions and now lead 8-4.
Yeah, good match. Charlie battled back in that match and showed some grit. Sorensen really good on his feet. Got a major decision for his team.
So now we move to 127. This is where we could see some shuffling with Keith Harner out.
For Owatonna, Lane Karsten.
So it's Lane Karsten, the junior for Owatonna. And Talon Blankenberger is going to move up, the freshman, to the varsity squad. He's originally scheduled to go JV, but he's going to move up to varsity to 127. So that most likely means that Caden Staub will be going at 133 for the injured Keith Harner.
Yeah, and Blankenberger has his work cut out for him. He's going against. This would have been a really good matchup to watch Karsten versus Staub. Two of the better wrestlers on each team. But for matchup purposes, Staub elected to move Caden up a weight. And so right now, Karsten's obviously going to be heavily favored wrestling a backup wrestler in this matchup.
And Lane Karsten up 8-3 after 4 quick takedowns. Now with a minute left in this opening period, he led Talon up after each one. It built a pretty big lead. Now he gets a big turn here. Almost got some back points. Great job by Blankenberg to get out of it. Now back on his back, getting the back points. Going to get out of it. But that's going to be 2 near fall points for Lane Karsten, the junior. He now leads 10-3.
Yeah, good job, Blankenberger, fighting off that. He's in trouble now, though. Karsten's got a knee.
Yeah, there's the pin. Lane Karstensen pins the freshman, Talon Blankenberger. So that's going to be a big 6 points for Owatonna. And Northfield now finds themselves in a pretty deep hole.
Yeah, and they feel with Keith Harner out of the lineup, they're going to bump Caden Staub up against Jurley here.
So as we expected, it's going to be Jaden Jurley and Caden Staub at 133. We saw Staub go 133 a few times at the Clash. He's ranked number 9, he went 5-1 at the Clash, and all 5 wins were pins in the first period. Talk about dominance in an opening period, in deep on a shot. Nice sprawl.
Yeah, nice re-attack by Jurley. Caden was in deep, and Jurley with a little peek out. You know, he's, as a wrestler, you know, when somebody bumps up against you, you kind of take it personally. So Jurley's thinking to himself, okay, you're going to bump up against me, I'm going to give you all I got. And, you know, he's going to go out there guns a-blazing as well. So we'll see how this match goes.
Scoreless after 30 seconds to open up the period.
Yeah, Caden has to get on his shots and work his angles. He's got a really good shot and very aggressive on his feet.
Caden Staub, a freshman. Jaden Jurley, a sophomore. As we head to the edge of the mat, they go out with 102, so they go in the opening period. Both very aggressive wrestlers. And we just talked about how Caden Staub had 5 pins at the Clash, all in the first period. So likes to come out quick, but scoreless here early.
Yeah, Jurley did a nice job fighting off that initial attack by Caden. Caden has to stay aggressive, though, and not let that deter him. There he is on a little
nice takedown for Caden Staub. Basically got that right knee of Jurley and just tripped him up and was able to jump on top for a quick 2 points. Now he's riding him out with 30 seconds left in the opening period.
Yeah, really good knee tap there to catch Jurley a little off balance. And Caden uses leverage and timed that perfectly.
20 seconds left. Staub still up 2-0 on the edge of the mat. Jurley not doing much. Staub's got that right ankle pretty locked up. They go out with 6.2 to go.
Yeah, he wants to keep him down. You don't want to give up a cheap point here at the end of the period. So let's see if Jurley has for a first move and if Caden can stop it. Smartly goes down, grabs the ankle, and should be able to ride this out.
And he does. There's the horn. So Caden Staub, after mostly a scoreless first period, gets a takedown late, holds on for a 2-0 lead as we head into the second period at 1:33.
Yeah, Jurley's going to choose down here and thinks he was close to getting away and cut the match in half, 2-1. See if Caden can work his turns. And Jurley's trying to switch. We always tell wrestlers, don't switch when a guy has your ankle, because you're not going to go anywhere. So good job by Staub securing that ankle.
Owatonna up 14-4 on the team score. A big match here. If Caden Staub can get this win at 1:33, that keeps the Raiders in it. Again, a big matchup here in the Big Nine Conference. Both Owatonna and Northfield undefeated in conference play. You could almost say this is a battle for the conference title. Obviously, still got Albert Lee and Mankato West undefeated and upcoming in the schedule for the Raiders.
Yeah, Albert Lee is going to be tough as well, but this is a big one. You never know what can happen with matchups in wrestling. Sometimes you see a three-way split happen, and both Owatonna, Albert Lee, and Northfield, all three of those matches could really go either way. So it's going to be exciting. They're also in the same section this year. So
wow.
Albert Lee moved into Section 1, so they're going to be battling in the section as well. And Rochester Mail. So you got 4 teams there that really all could beat each other.
Jurley is able to get out, gets an escape point on the edge of the mat.
Yeah, that was a big point for Jurley. And now it's only 2-1. So Caden has to get aggressive. It's 35 seconds, and he needs to get... Oh, both guys knocked heads there, and Jurley took the worst of it.
Yeah, Jurley's down on the mat. Staub gets 2 points for a takedown, but Jurley is clearly hurt as they, like you said, both went down for a takedown, butted heads. And, boy, Jurley looks pretty shaken up.
Yeah, you hate to see that when both guys shoot at the same time and collide heads. And hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. So they're going to give Jaden Jurley a 5-minute clock.
Yeah, get 5 minutes for injury recovery. And so hopefully he can shake that off, and trainers out there looking at him.
So we'll step aside here and get a few messages from our sponsors. Raiders down 14-4 on the team score. Caden Staub up 4-1, but an injury timeout here for the Owatonna wrestler Jaden Jurley. You're watching Northfield Wrestling on NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
Hi, this is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Professional Dental Group has delivered the same exceptional care for over 35 years. Whether you are scheduling for a general visit or an emergency appointment, we are excited to see your smile. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. Brian Kraby, Dr. John Nowak, and Dr. Tyler Yonke, go Raiders.
Getting glasses that fit right and look good doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we work with you to provide you with great-looking frames and the best corrective lens options available within a cost range you're comfortable with. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will make sure your glasses fulfill your unique needs every time. We don't just sell glasses, we shape them to you and your lifestyle. Find out how we can help you see more clearly at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice.
Well, welcome back to the Northfield High School. Jurley able to shake it off after a big-time collision after both wrestlers went down for a shot, but the athletic trainer said he's all good to go. Leah Cherny gave him the thumbs up, and we're back to live action. Staub up 4-1 here with 15 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, you hate to see a collision like that, and shook up Jurley, and trainer was able to run through some tests and get him back out there, so that's good to see. Never want to see a guy go down injured.
Well, we were kind of surprised that he was ready to go and get back in there after how long he was down. And
yeah,
but Leah went through a couple of tests there at the center mat and just said that, yeah, he's all right to wrestle. So yes. Staub isn't going to get away easy.
No. So he's up 4-1 and needs to move here on the bottom. Needs to get his one, and Jurley throws in a leg. And he's high, though. If Caden can tripod up, which he does, he gets two.
Nice reversal.
Now he's got a Turk. Now if he digs for that crossface and elevates that Turk, just like similar to what Callie had in her match, should be able to get some back points here, but there he goes. He's digging for that crossface. Keep digging.
Leads 6-1 with under a minute and a half to go in this final period. Would be big extra points if he's able to go get some back points and possibly a big turn. But falls out of that crossface. A minute 15 to go.
Yeah, it was close. It's Jurley did a really good job fighting that off. Now at this point, Staub is going to be thinking, do I cut him to try and get that major decision, or do I try and get a turn? There's a minute left in the match. He's probably got to be thinking, I gotta cut him here.
Staub still deep in on top. 45 seconds left.
Yeah, 45 seconds left now. If you cut him, you probably have to get at least 2 takedowns. So now he's probably thinking, I do need to turn him.
On the edge of the mat, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, if he gets one turn, he'll have the major. So he's got that arm back. If he can scoop the head with his elbow. And Jurley knew that was coming, though, and did a good job.
Yeah. Threw that right hand in there, right as you said that. 15 seconds left.
Yeah, he had it for a split second, but Jurley did a nice job turning his head the other way.
Looks like Jurley's going to ride this thing out. 5 seconds left. Still staying in bounds, and yep. Caden Staub runs out of time, but gets a 6-1 decision victory. Staub makes sure Jurley's all right. So the Raiders get one back here at 133. Caden Staub stepping up with an injured Keith Harner at 133, so now we'll head to 139. Sam Harner, the 8th grader, is currently listed. Parker Casas, the junior, is set to roll for Owatonna. And Sam Harner will go for the Raiders. A young lineup this Northfield Raiders team is, especially at the top half. Sam Harner, another 8th grader, along with Drew Pribble and Charlie Johnson. But they've been solid tonight. We'll see what Sam Harner can do against a seasoned junior in Parker Casas.
Yeah, good shot by Sam Harner. Oh, a nice reshot to steal that takedown away by Casas from Owatonna. Very impressed with that.
Now deep in on another shot. after getting that reversal. Nice job by Harner to go get that ankle. Minute 20 to go in this opening period.
Very good scramble there by Casas, and re-shot attempt there to take Harner down. So Sam did a good job fighting off that arm bar. He needs to build his base here and get one. Go back on his feet. Get hand control.
What a tough time as gets tripped up again. Nice job by Owatonna to hold on to that ankle. Now back in.
Good hand control though by Sam. He's keeping. There he goes.
Yep, was able to break loose. Now makes it 2-1.
Very, very wise wrestling by the young 8th grader Sam Harner, and keeping hand control. Owatonna guy stopped him twice, but Sam kept at it and didn't let him lock up anything and was able to get his escape.
Harner went 2-4 at the Clash and wrestled both 145 and 139 and went 0-3 at 145, but got a fall at 139 against Alexander Hill from Loyola Academy. So he certainly has that potential to go in and get some shots here at 139, but down 2-1 after getting that escape with 10 seconds left in the opening period.
Yeah. Sam has the ability to get on his shots. He can't be shy to do that. So he's in deep. He just nice re-attack by Owatonna.
Casas leads 2-1 after the opening. Harner chooses down.
Yeah, it's a big swing match in this duel right now. Owatonna's up 14-7. It's a 2-1 match. If Sam gets away here, it's 2-2. If he gets a reversal, it's 3-2. We'll take that. Nice switch. Owatonna did a good job re-switching, so Sam got his escape, and now it's like next takedown's big. Good reshot, good flurries by both wrestlers, and this is, again, a big point in this duel. This is a swing match that both teams desperately want to build momentum in this duel.
A very aggressive move right off the rip as well for Sam Harner. Nearly got that reversal, like you said. Took the escape point. We're all knotted up at 2 here with 1:25 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Sam's got to dig down deep, get his best set up here, and get his shot. So let's see what he's got in his tools. Nice little sweep single by Owatonna, but Sam does a great job squaring and getting those shoelaces down, and now he's on a re-attack.
Casas was driving Harner towards the edge of the mat, but then Harner was able to turn around. Now he is almost at an advantage here with under a minute to go in the second period.
Who wants it here? Let's see who's going to get this takedown. This next takedown could loom large in this match. And Sam has an angle right at the edge of the mat.
Finish the cover.
He's got
top.
it. Wow.
Gets the 2 points. Great move by Sam Harner to cover. Now leads by 2.
That's a big takedown. Just kept wrestling on the edge of the mat. And Owatonna kind of stopped wrestling right at the edge of the mat there, and Sam took advantage.
Got that left ankle and then just finished the move with a cover. Now he's trying to get in on a deep shot with under 30 seconds to go in the second period.
Yeah, he's got that in deep, and if he can get that arm bar hooked up, which he likes to do, possibly get a turn. Owatonna's got to be careful here. They don't get dinged for stalling.
10 seconds left. Harner up by 2. Here at 139, Raiders trailing by 7 in the team score. Big swing match here at 139 for the 8th grader, Sam Harner. There's the bell to end the second. But the 8th grader up by 2 on the seasoned junior Parker Casas, a guy that head coach Derek Johnson highlighted in the pregame interview. We'll see if Sam Harner can finish this thing off and get some big points for Northfield.
Yeah, this is huge. And Owatonna elected to go neutral. Sam, good defense again, stop that shot. And if he can keep that ankle, he's going to get another 2.
Trying to get turned around, but nice job by Harner.
Huge pancake.
Wow, has the 2-point takedown.
He's got him in big trouble now.
Flattens him on the edge of the mat, getting back points.
A pin here would be huge for Northfield.
Raider bench on their feet. Harder trying to finish it off, has him on the edge of the mat. Referee down low. Minute 15 to go in the final period.
He's got to pull him back on the mat. Keep your feet on, Sam, and pull him on the mat.
Toes just barely hanging on. Boy, he's going to get back points. Casas just barely fighting out. Derek Johnson yelling for possible stalling. Under a minute to go as they go out of bounds. 3-point near fall for Sam Harner. Wow, what a pancake by the 8th grader.
Yeah, you like to see that. He's going for the big team point there with the pin, and now he's going to let him up and say, hey, let me try to do that again. That was fun.
Under a minute to go, 9-3. Harner needs to get a major decision here. Get some extra points for the Raiders, who are down big. 14-7 on the team score. This could be a huge swing.
Yes, he's up by 6. If he gets a takedown, it's a major, so he's got to keep the pressure on.
40 seconds left. Needs to move quick.
You can tell he's picking up the pace in the match. And
double leg, boom, takedown. 2 points for Sam Harner.
That's just grit and the hard work in the room, and Owatonna's getting tired, getting a little flat-footed. Sam took advantage of it. Now he's got to keep him down for 18 seconds. Obviously, Owatonna bench yelling at their guy to try and get one to save a team point.
10 seconds left. Harner has him on the edge of the mat. Try to get a turn there right at the end. 5 seconds left. Harner looking for a big swing here at 139. He's going to get it. 11-3 victory for Sam Harner over Parker Casas, and a big one at that.
Yes, very nice match for Sam. He was patient and kept turning it on and showed his conditioning off a little in the third period. Nice pancake, almost got a pin, but then secured the major.
So he gets a major decision, makes it a 3-point match on the team score. And it's going to be Zane Engels at 145 going up against Trey Hyatt, the sophomore.
Yeah, you got a sophomore in Trey Hyatt and a freshman here in Zane Engels. 2 pretty good wrestlers. This should be a good matchup. Another match that both teams want to win. Another swing match, and with Owatonna up 14-11, Northfield's looking to tie this or even better, get some bonus points and go ahead. So Zane's been wrestling really tough this year. Ooh, nice little shot by Hyatt, and
just needs to cover, but boy, Engels staying on his feet, able to get out of there. Wow, Zane Engels.
Wow, the ref didn't call the takedown, and I think we caught a break there, and that Zane's hand did touch the mat. But referee said nope, and 0-0 still. So now Zane's got to get a shot, and he does. Nice little scramble.
Right in front
Zane's
of us.
got to be careful.
Raider fans calling for 2. Hyatt's got that right leg all locked up. Under a minute to go in the opening period. Still no score. Right on the edge of the mat they go out. Engels touches the hard floor.
Nice scramble.
Ooh, Engels
might have tweaked his knee a little here.
And he's holding on to his right knee. Staub comes over.
I'm not sure if it's his, I hope it's not his knee. He is up now, walking around. Maybe it's his calf. Maybe
yeah, it goes right back down, yeah.
A lot of times wrestlers will get calf cramps. Happened to me all the time when I was competing, and part of that is just that diet that they're on, the strict diet they're on, and
so we're going to go to a quick ad break here for the injury timeout on Zane Engels. You're watching Northfield Wrestling at NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Northfield.
All right, Zane Engels is all right, so we'll head back to live action.
Yeah, it was a cramp, and like I said, a lot of wrestlers get calf cramps. It happens. Did a good job stretching it out, and he's back here. Now he's got to stay aggressive. 40 seconds, and Hyatt's been in on 2 nice shots. And Zane's got to get on his offense.
Still no score. 30 seconds left in the opening period at 1:45 between Zane Ingles and Trey Hyatt. Couple of deep shots, like you said, for Hyatt, but no points to show for it. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, he was in deep both times and almost secured a takedown on both occasions. So 12 seconds here. Zane will take that as a win going into the second.
Nice spin move by Hyatt.
Yes.
He gets around, but Zane Ingles turns around for a 2-point takedown.
Yeah,
Wow.
Kind of a careless move there by Hyatt. You don't want to do that in a tight match, and he got tried to go for a little go behind, and Ingles capitalized. Hyatt getting out of position, very smart.
So nice job by Ingles to get that takedown. Now he leads 2-0 to start the second. Hyatt gets back up on his feet, makes it a 2-1 match.
Yeah, really good job there, Hyatt bouncing back in his one, and in these matches, you got to stay patient, got to pick one good shot's better than 3 bad shots, and right there, Hyatt's gonna, nice goal behind by Hyatt. Zane got a little flat-footed there, and Hyatt took advantage.
He gets the 2-point takedown, now leads 3-2. Now a battle on the edge of the mat, and Hyatt goes towards the basketball court. Angle gets the 1-point escape.
Yeah, good little scramble there by Zane. Now he has to get on his offense, not wait for Hyatt. Zane has a nice shot, so he needs to get aggressive and start picking up the pace. Hyatt's doing a good job moving his feet, creating angles, and now Zane has to do the same.
All knotted up, 3 apiece with a minute left in the second period. Owatonna leading 14-11 on the overall team score.
Yeah, and Zane's got to move those feet and create an angle and set up his shot. He's not going to take a guy down straight on like that, but Owatonna fans want a stall call. A little underarm spin by Hyatt. Zane does a good job fighting that off. Again, neither guy's really moving each other at this point. 3-3 match. Zane would be content just to take this to the third period and go down and get his escape and go up by 1. So Hyatt has a little sense of urgency more than Zane at this point.
15 seconds left in the second period. Both of them just hand fighting here in the middle of the mat under the spotlight at the Northfield High School Gymnasium. 5 seconds left in the second period. Still knotted, 3 apiece, and that's how this second period's going to end. So now Harner picks down, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, he knew he had the advantage there.
Angles, sorry.
And smart. And so now we got Hyatt with a cramp, it looks like. Yeah, he was walking back, and it's like his calf's cramping up.
Yeah, he's grabbing that right calf, and he's going to ask for the trainer to come out and stretch that out. We'll have a 2-minute injury timeout. When we come back, we'll have the third period here at 1:45. You're watching Northfield Wrestling on NorthfieldLive.com.
Randy Olson, Community Resource Bank is a pillar in the local community, providing banking, lending, and investment services. Our team continues to be a financial resource to families and businesses. With decades of trusted experience, our team is committed to your financial needs. We're here to work together with you on any project, big or small. Our success comes from our dedicated, knowledgeable, and professional employees. Stop by one of our 2 Northfield locations to see a smiling and familiar face. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So a quick injury timeout, and Hyatt got right back up, and all you missed was the Zane Ingles escape. I think Hyatt more led him up. So now Ingles now leads 4-3 with 1:38 to go in this final period.
Yeah, so Zane has the 1-point lead, already 30 seconds off the clock, and he needs to protect that, but he's got to be careful not to get dinged for stalling. And the Owatonna fans want a stall call here.
Hyatt tried to go in on a shot. Great sprawl by Ingles to avoid it. Minute 15.
Yeah, and again, there's a shot attempt by Zane, and Hyatt's got to move and put the pressure on. Zane's content just protecting this 1-point lead.
1 minute to go, final period. Angles up by 1. With a win here, Zane could tie up the overall team score, but needs to ride out the rest of this clock without getting a stall. Hyatt in on a shot on the right leg.
Yeah, but he's shooting from a long distance away and not really setting up anything, so Zane easily was able to defend that shot. 30 seconds now. And now Zane in on a shot.
Owatonna bench was calling for a stall, but now Zane in on a shot.
Zane's in deep, gonna get 2.
Trying to get that right ankle. Covers up for 2 points. Zane Angles now leads by 3.
Big takedown for Zane.
15 seconds left. Zane looking to ride this thing out. 10 seconds left. This would tie up the overall team score in a battle for the Big 9 Conference. 3 seconds left. 2, 1, and we're tied. Zane Angles gets the decision and 3 team points. And after 1:45, the overall team score is tied 14-14. So here we go at a big match here at 152.
And 152 for Owatonna, Riley Krieger.
So it'll be the sophomore Riley Krieger for Owatonna at 152, and the junior Jamison Baker for the Raiders.
Yeah, smart match by Zane. Really wrestled smart at the end of that match and was patient. Able to get that takedown, tie the score up 14-14, going into 152 here. So, you know, as anticipated, a close duel with Owatonna.
Nice move by Owatonna's Krieger, but Baker able to get out of it. Now he's in on a shot. Baker goes for that right leg.
There he
Baker
goes.
trying to get up. Baker trying to hold on.
He's got to go across the waist here.
Krieger across the front. And a 2-point takedown for Riley Krieger, now towards the edge of the mat. And Krieger came out with the 2 points after both had each other's ankles. Minute 12 to go in this opening period.
Yeah, Baker had a really nice shot there, and if he could have wrapped his arm around the waist, he would have secured 2, but good job by Owatonna in counter defense.
Baker went down open after that whistle. Under a minute to go in the opening period.
Yeah, under a minute to go, and Baker's got to fight this butcher attempt off and not give up any back points. And he's in trouble.
Krieger in deep on a shot. Getting back points here. Riley Krieger most likely going to get 3 after this if he doesn't finish the pin. 30 seconds left in the opening period. Riley Krieger trying to retake the lead for Owatonna. Krieger deep in on a shot.
He's got him tight, and Baker's in a world of hurt.
Jamison Baker in a lot of trouble. Riley Krieger trying to finish this match off in the first period. 10 seconds left. Referee not giving it to him. He has the 3 near fall points. The Owatonna bench calling for it. 2-1. And Baker is saved by the bell. 3 near fall points for Riley Krieger, and he takes a 5-0 lead.
Good job by Baker fighting for his team, not giving up the pin there. Now let's see if he can get a good breakdown here and work a turn of his own. There he goes. He's got a little arm bar, and he's got to continue to break the Owatonna wrestler down to the side.
Baker stays on top, trying to get a hold of that left arm. Now goes around over the top. Minute 35 to go in the final period. Baker trying to get a turn.
Yeah, Baker getting a little high. He's got to be careful here. Now ref's going to call stalemate. Yeah, second period, Coach Johnson was yelling, not the third period. So I wanted to make sure. And nice breakdown by Baker. And this is what you want to do, go down early 5-0. Now you want to work your turns, and Baker's doing a good job. He's got to be careful, though. He's getting a little high with that attempted leg ride, and he's in big trouble.
Riley Krieger up on his toes.
Oh.
Baker able to sit him back down.
Jeez, that's not what you want to be doing, but Baker said, hey, Coach, I got it under control. Don't worry about it. And threw in that leg and broke the Owatonna guy back down. Playing with fire, but if he can get a power half in here, he's got the leg in. There he goes. Now he just needs to work a power half at the elbow, which...
Another stalemate. 30 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, he's rode him for a minute and a half. And now he's got to get another breakdown and keep him down for 30 seconds. Okay, Owatonna trying to
Krieger back up on his toes.
A belly roll. And Baker's high again. And Coach is getting a little nervous on that. 10 seconds. He's got to stay under the arms and not give up a reversal at the end of the period. But he is in big trouble.
Baker just barely holding on.
Yeah.
There's the roll, and 2 points for Krieger on the reversal at the buzzer. And that's how we'll head to the final period. Krieger up by 7 after that reversal. Baker nearly able to hold on to ride that out, but like you said, kind of a dangerous move, and Krieger was able to flip it.
Very dangerous. He was getting a little high there, and now he's going to choose neutral down 7-0. Hopefully get a takedown of his own.
All right, third period.
And Baker's looking like the aggressor here, showing his conditioning off a little bit. And Owatonna's getting a little flat-footed. But he's looking for a Splay-Doh on Baker. And there it is.
It's a 2-point takedown. That's for Krieger. Now deep in on a shot. Jeff Stobbs calling for something on the bench, but gets the pin. Riley Krieger finishes off Jamison Baker for a big 6 points for the Owatonna Huskies.
Yeah, you hate to see it in the third period. Baker was being aggressive, but got caught in the Splay-Doh. And big pin for Owatonna.
Unsportsmanlike conduct in Owatonna.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct is called on Owatonna.
It's a team point, too. Wow, that was a big call. They're going to lose a team point. And instead of getting 6, they only got 5. Gotta be careful when you celebrate after a win.
So instead of going down by 6, they go down by 5. Still big points for Owatonna, but could have been an extra point swing.
Yeah, we'll see if that looms large later.
So Carter Flatland, the sophomore, will be going at 160 for Owatonna. And for the Raiders will be the junior, Colin Staub. Colin's been in this program for quite a while. Considered a seasoned vet here on this Raider roster.
Yeah, he's...
And a quick 2 points for him as well.
He should be pretty heavily favored in this match. I don't know much about the Owatonna wrestler, and Colin's been wrestling good as late, and he's gone out there as a junior. And looking for bonus points, wants to get a pin and pump his team up. And a pin would put us up by 1 point because of that penalty point by Owatonna.
Yeah, so. Which could loom large here late in this match as we've seen these two go back and forth. Owatonna at 1 point led big 14-3, but the Raiders have crawled back. Now a 5-point game or 5-point match after that pin. But like you said, the unsportsmanlike conduct took a team point off for Owatonna. Now it's just a 5-point match.
Yeah, so we're looking at, let's try and get some bonus points, and Staub knows that. So Owatonna is obviously going to try and fight off those bonus points. So Colin's good on top, so let's see if he can work a turn here. Likes the leg ride and has been pretty successful at it.
Colin Staub went 5-1 at the Clash, had a fall over Jake Arrington in Park Hill, and a fall over Sam Thompson of Loyola Chicago, and Joshua Quintero, St. PX. All of those coming within under 2 minutes. So Colin Staub 3 pins at the Clash, 5-1 overall, leading 2-0 here with 35 seconds left in the opening period.
Yes, and he knows that he can put people in dangerous positions and pins what his team needs. So Colin, 29 seconds here. Let's see if he can get a turn.
Staub gets a hold of that right leg. Flatland trying to get it on top.
Yeah, Staub didn't get a good bust out the whistle, but does a nice job readjusting here and getting a re-switch and going to call potentially dangerous.
So another potentially dangerous. We've seen that a couple of times here in this opening period with Colin Staub and Carter Flatland. 13.2.
Yeah, I've been called a couple times here, and that's Colin's going to get his leg in again and break down Flatland, get his arm bar, and yeah, he's going to run out of time.
Yeah. Went in on a nice shot to close out the first period, but ran out of time. Raiders defer the call, and Flatland will go down to open up the second period.
Yeah, and Colin needs to do what he did at the end of the period and get that armbar right away. Got
Flatland with a nice reversal ties it up 2-2.
Again, Colin just not aggressive at the whistle, and Flatland did a nice job hitting a switch and caught Colin a little off guard there. So Colin's got to keep scrambling. Now he's working on a little roll. And looking to get, he's trying to get a big Granby roll there for 5, but wasn't able to. But it's going to get his 1.
So Reed takes the lead here after that escape. Now up 3-2 here, the minute 20 in the second period at 160. Flatland went in on another shot. Great sprawl by Staub down the edge of the mat with a minute 5 left.
Yeah, Staub needs to get going and pick up the pace.
Trying to get around. Has that ankle. Now he's going to try to push back up. Back up to his feet. Flatland still has that right leg locked up. 48 seconds left.
Colin is not.
Flatland covers for 2. Had that right leg, got him on the ground, just had to cover for 2 and was able to do it. Up 4-3 with 30 seconds left in this second period. Owatonna looking to go up big here after that pin at 152. Flatland now in on a turn at the edge of the mat. 15 seconds left. No points awarded.
Colin just getting a little sloppy right now, and he's got to regroup. There's 2 minutes left. He's only down by 1 and needs to regroup and get back to the basics. He's trying some moves here, and got to get back to what he does best.
Second period closes. Staub down 4-3 to Carter Flatland, the sophomore from Owatonna.
Colin's going to go down, gets his 1. It's going to be a tie match, so he's got to dig deep here and get back to what he does best.
Flatland riding him out on top. Staub trying to break loose, get that 1 point to tie it up, but Flatland's really riding him out, and Staub gets back up to his feet. Almost breaks out and does. So now we're all knotted, 4-4 here in the final period at 160. Flatland in on a shot. Flatland gets him on the ground, but Staub able to hold out and sprawl. Under minute 30 to go.
Colin, just go behind.
Staub's got to cover. Staub has the right ankle.
Now he can go behind and get his 2.
On the edge of the mat, Flatland still has
Keep
that left
going,
leg
Colin.
wrapped up.
There you
Colin
go.
Staub trying to get
Now
around.
he's got a cradle.
Has the right leg. Gets the 2-point takedown. Colin Staub leading by 2. Owatonna can't believe it.
Yeah.
1 minute remaining in this final period at 160.
Well, now it's 2 or so. Hoofta. That's a nice little dig down deep. Now he's got his armbar locked up.
Trying to get a turn here late. 40 seconds left. Has that right arm up high. 35 seconds left.
He's got to get a fist, and if he does, he's going to turn him. Make a fist, Colin.
25 seconds left. Trying to get a final turn here late, up by 2. 20 seconds left.
Oh, he just doesn't have the energy. But dug down deep, got his takedown, and just keep him down now to secure the win.
Looks like Staub's going to hold on. A great move here late in the final period. Got his escape point. Was able to get around. And we'll have one more whistle here with 3.8. And we'll have blood time.
Blood time, 3 seconds left.
Looks like that is Staub with a little bit of a bloody nose.
So Staub dug down deep, got the win. If you can hang on here for 3 seconds, I shouldn't say it's over yet, but you know he should be able to ride this 3 seconds out. And you know, not his best match, but sometimes you just got to win ugly too, and you got to do what it takes for your team, and that's what he did.
Leading 6-4, we'll take a quick timeout for blood time. You're watching Northfield Wrestling on NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So 3 seconds left for Staub to ride out. He's going to do just that. And Colin Staub with a late takedown in the final period gets a 6-4 decision win. And that makes it a much closer overall score. Makes it 19-17. Still in favor of Owatonna, but again, that 1 point that was taken away for the unsportsmanlike conduct might come back to bite him.
And for your Raiders,
Logan Risser going at 172 for Owatonna. And Aya Schweik will move on up to varsity at 172. Had a nice match earlier in the day at JV and gets the call up here in a big match at 172 to take on Logan Risser. Aya junior, Logan a sophomore. Aya moved up for the JV match, I believe he moved up to 189. He might have wrestled 172. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but got the win there to help out the JV squad get a win over the Huskies earlier today. Owatonna on a shot on the right leg. Gets the takedown for 2 points. Logan Risser gets 2.
Yeah, good takedown by Risser from Owatonna.
Aya is able to get out to make it a 2-1 match.
Yeah, good escape by Risser.
Under 40 seconds to go in the opening period. Risser in on another shot. Nice sprawl by Aya. Now Risser able to finish it off. Gets on top. Goes up by 3 with 23 seconds left. Still deep in on a shot.
Yeah, Aya's got to get away again.
1 point escape.
And now it's only a 2-point match, so if Schweik can get on his takedown and knot this thing up.
5 seconds left. Edge of the mat caution called on Schweik for stalling. And that's how this first period will end, with Rizzer up 4-2 after a couple of takedowns and cutting Schweik.
Schweik's got to get out of this shot. He's just kind of pushing in right now. It's another one of those toss-up matches. Got out of position.
Nice move by Rizzer.
Yeah, and really...
it's a leg, but no takedown points awarded.
Wow. That was a good little battle there by Schweik to not give up 2, and now he's in on a shot.
Trying to get that right leg on the edge of the mat. Spinning around under a minute 10 to go.
If he can return him to the mat, he's going to get 2.
Rizzer now has Schweik's left leg, and they go out. Schweik with a chance to tie his match up at 172. And looks like we have some more blood time.
Yeah.
So we'll step aside for another timeout here. Rizzer leading Schweik 4-2 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Northfield Wrestling on NorthfieldLive.com.
Weather is here, and that means it's time to stop by and get Witt Brothers Winterization Special. For just $30, you can get your battery, antifreeze, and tires checked. Don't let balding tires cause more slipping and sliding on your way home. Swing by Witt Brothers to get your tires checked and make sure you're ready for the cold by taking advantage of the $30 Winterization Special. For all your automotive maintenance and repair needs, drive to Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield.
Rizzer leading 4-2 on Aya Schweik here at 172. Under a minute to go in this second period. Owatonna leading Northfield 19-17 on the overall team score. Schweik had a chance to tie things up at the edge of the mat, but then blood time called as they went out. 40 seconds left.
No, don't do that, Aya. I got a little sloppy there, but it's
able to
going to
get
work.
the right leg and cover up for 2 points. Aya Schweik comes back and ties up the match. 4 points apiece.
Wow, that's one of those things where you're like, uh-oh, don't do that, and then it works, and then you're like, oh, never mind, Aya.
Now Schweik's trying to go in deep on a shot. 10 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, he needs to ride him out, and it's tied going into the third period here. Schweik can go down and get the lead going in the third period.
There's the horn. All knotted up again. We've seen this a few times tonight. Some close matches going in the final period. And that's what Schweik was able to do here. All knotted up. 4 points apiece here at 172. Nice return by Rizzer. Schweik gets to his feet, takes a 1 point lead after the 1 point escape, now leading 5-4.
5-4, next takedown's going to be big, so let's see if I can dig deep here. Both guys getting a little tired, it looks like, and somebody's got to dig deep, and it's a big point in the match. Owatonna's up 19-17. If Schweik can get this match, puts the Raiders up by a point, so a takedown here would pretty much seal it, so he's got to keep digging. No.
Rizzer nearly had a chance, but now Schweik back up on his feet, driving him back towards the middle of the mat.
Yeah, it's
minute 10.
2 guys that are just digging deep. And
Schweik with a nice move, gets a 2 point takedown.
That was just pure muscle and grit by Schweik. Just did a snap down and got a big takedown there for his team.
A snap down as Rizzer tried to go in for a shot and Schweik ended up on top. He now leads 7-4. 40 seconds left in the final period on the edge of the mat. Rizzer trying to get back to his feet, but Schweik covers back up.
And he's got to be careful here not to clasp.
Rizzer nearly able to get out of the clasp. 25 seconds left, but Schweik chips him up and taken back down to the mat. Just needs to ride out for 15 more seconds.
Wow, what a big win for Schweik. Only his second year wrestling, and came out last year and wrestling these tough varsity matches, and it's going to get a big win here for us.
3, 2, 1. Aya Schweik making the bump up to varsity. Gets the decision win.
Yeah. Big match for Schweik, getting the win for Northfield. Putting Northfield up 20-19 here.
Wow, and that comes back to that point that was taken off after that pin. At 152, Krieger got a fall, but unsportsmanlike conduct took a point off. Now the Raiders lead by 1. So here comes Owen Murphy getting bumped up to 189. Missed the clash. Was down with a little bit of an illness.
Yeah, he's a little banged up right now, but understanding this is important for his team, he's going to try and wrestle. And in on a takedown.
It's a big 2 points right off the bat, and only wrestles 172. Murphy deep in on a shot on the edge of the mat. Murphy has him on his back, getting the back points. Murphy looking to end this thing early. Ref on his back. Max Flemke able to get out of it, but 2 back points for Owen Murphy, and he takes an early 4-0 lead.
That's actually Renardi. They bumped Renardi up, so they kind of just, Northfield just followed him up. So see if Owen can get a good breakdown here. Up 4-0 early on Renardi. And Owen's tough on top. He's got a lot of stuff that he can do, and he's going to look for some bonus points here for his team. Got it tight, locked up here. And Renardi's a big family in Owatonna. Owen's actually wrestled his, I believe it's his older brother. Nice tilt there. He's going to get back points. And I got to be careful, though. He's going to get 2. Nice job. His little armbar tilt. Now if you can get the wrist, you can run around and get a pin. So Owen's good at this little armbar ride. So there he's got it tight. If you can, there he's got it.
Getting some more points here on the edge of the mat.
Here. The pin would be his. Huge!
Got it. Wow. Owen Murphy moves up a weight and gets the pin. What a huge match for the junior. Holy cow. What a fall. That gives the Raiders a 26-19 lead. They were trailing at one point, 14-3. And after that massive fall from the junior Owen Murphy, the Raiders lead it by 7. And Ryan Kuiper now will move up to wrestle 215.
Ryan Kuiper is on tear, and he's excited. That's what a pin does for your team.
Wow.
It pumps you up, and understanding your captain all knows what he's got to do, and he got the pin. Now, Ryan, the other captain, going to come out here and try and do the same thing and put this one away.
It's been these 2 guys for the last couple of years, Ryan Kuiper and Owen Murphy, this team has looked up to. Owen Murphy delivered, like you said, he's been banged up, but moved up a weight class, got a big pin. Now Kuiper gets a 2-point takedown early at 2:15. He get an early lead. Now he's looking to get
this
a turn.
This is what Kuiper does.
Wow, Ryan Kuiper deep in on a shot at the middle of the mat, under the lights. Ryan Kuiper has the points. Couldn't finish it off. Gets 2 back points. 2 near fall points, goes up by 4.
Now he's looking for his butcher, and Ryan is tough on top, and he's got that grip.
Under a minute to go in this opening period. Raiders now lead by 7 on the overall team score. Murphy once again deep on a shot, getting the near fall
Kuiper's
points.
got him in trouble.
Ryan Kuiper
Big
trying to finish this
trying
thing
to seal
off.
this baby off, and a pin would do that, just that. So understanding where you are in the match.
3 near fall points. That gives them a 7-0 lead, and then some blood time is called. So
right now, Northfield is up and by 7 points. Kuiper knows that there's 2 matches left, so the most Owatonna can get is 12 points. So Kuiper's thinking to himself, I get a pin, this thing's over, and we beat Owatonna. And a huge win for us. So he's going out there, and he's one of those guys that steps up in big moments, and he's under the lights. He's better, and already 2 pin opportunities for Kuiper. So let's see if he can seal the deal on this one.
We saw it last year when he came down here for Mankato East Meet, beat up on a pretty highly ranked wrestler in the state of Minnesota. He moved up a weight class and took down a ranked guy. Now here he is with a chance to close out against a Big 9 rival in Owatonna. And again, we've talked about the importance of this dual meet in the overall standings for a Big 9 conference title. If Ryan Kuiper can get these 6 points, it'll all but do it here for the Raiders. And who else but Ryan Kuiper would like to do that?
Yeah, and he knows, you're home. You had a big spotlight dual event against Owatonna. He's going to have extra motivation to get that pin. I mean, a lot of guys just say, I just need to get a win, I need to get a win. But he's like, no, I don't want to put the pressure on my heavyweight, on my 220-pounder. I want to take care of matters, put it in my own hands, get the pin, and seal this baby for Northfield.
So here we go, back to live action. Kuiper leading by 7.
Yeah, so Owatonna wrestler has a bloody nose. He is taking a pounding up here from Kuiper. And Kuiper needs to reposition himself here. Go for his butcher. It's right there. 2 arms on it, and he's got it.
Owatonna still has his left leg pretty locked up, but Kuiper gets around free.
Kuiper's got it locked again. He's got him in trouble.
To get the turn. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. He's got to get it here.
And Kuiper's going to take advantage of that, and he's going to try and get 3 more.
4, 3, 2, and Kuiper will cut him loose.
Oh, I'm not sure why.
So 3 more near fall points.
Why did Ryan let him go? I think he thought the period was over. Or he saw blood.
Yeah, blood time.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to wrestle to the whistle, Ryan, and that's a lesson. It's you gave up a cheap point there where you didn't need to. So 10-1, and Owatonna's taking care of the bloody nose, and Ryan is like, clean me up because I got blood on me, and I'm going to get back at it.
So 10-1, Kuiper currently leading. Has a major decision right now. Tech fall is 5. So they will wrestle neutral here to open the second.
Okay, Owatonna says, I don't want any part of that cradle anymore, so I'm going to choose neutral. And
stoppage at time.
Kuiper needs to stay aggressive. And
waiting on the scoreboard to catch up. A little bit of technical difficulties as they try to clear the clock. Still.
Yeah, they're still in injury time or blood time, so they need to get back to regular time.
Jack Pribble over there trying to help him out.
Jack all trades. And pardon the pun.
There you go. Look at it.
Look at that. He fixes everything. Just a smart kid and all-around great guy.
So back to live action here to open up the second period. A few extra minutes for both wrestlers to catch their breath. Owatonna in on a shot on the right leg of Kuiper, but gets that right ankle immediately. Minute 45 here in the second period.
Yeah, and he needs to break that grip with the Owatonna wrestler. Kind of a lazy shot there, and Kuiper needs to just break his grip and lift up on that ankle and get right back to that cradle. Come on, Ryan, lift the ankle.
Minute 30 to go in the second period.
Now he's going to try and flatten him out that way and torque on the arm, which will work too if he can get his knee free.
Owatonna doing a great job holding on to that. Now both legs, and now we have a stalemate called. So we'll go back to neutral position with a minute 18 to go in the second period.
Yeah, minute 18, Ryan has to stay aggressive. He has the major. Now he's looking for bonus points, looking for that pin to put this duel away.
Kuiper leading 10-1, 26-19 Raiders on the overall team score. Minute left to go in this second period. At 2:15, Kuiper moving up, gets around, has the right ankle, but Owatonna holds on to that right leg of Kuiper. Needs to break loose and get around for that 2 points.
Yeah.
Owatonna doing a great job holding on.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's just on a kind of lazy shot on his knees, and Kuiper needs to break that grip and reach back and grab that hand, break the grip, and get his tool.
Stalemate called at 39.2.
All right. Both guys a little flat foot here.
Owatonna again in on that shot.
Yeah, just
Same
dropping
thing.
to his knees, just kind of hanging on, and Ryan has to get a little lighter on his feet. He looks a little tired now. He expended a lot of energy on that cradle in the first period, I think.
15 seconds left here in the second. Kuiper trying to go around and get that left leg. Oh, nearly able to break the clasp, but Owatonna holds on just barely.
Just hanging on to his leg. Ryan's just kind of running out of steam right there.
That's how the second period ends. Owatonna looked like he was going to try to go in on a shot right the last second, but buzzer sounded. Ryan Kuiper will choose down to open the third.
I'm sorry for the people at home. My math does not serve me well. We're actually at 2:15 right now. There's only one match left. And so all Ryan needs to do is win the match.
He normally does wrestle 189.
He was at 189 and Owen was at 172, and I forgot that they both bumped up. So Ryan just needs to win this match, so he does not need to pin him. I apologize.
Would have been exciting.
Watching that.
It would have been very exciting.
If Ryan wins,
I should have caught that too.
The duel is over. So, sorry about that. I did a little. I got tricked. The coaches are tricking me tonight.
They're moving things
they
around.
moved a lot around tonight, and give both coaches credit. Both trying to win this duel for themselves. So, all right, let's refocus here. Ryan, 1 minute and 15 to go, and all he has to do is hang on for this win.
Just
and the
needs
Raiders
to ride it out.
Another big win for the Big Nine for the Raiders.
Minute left in the final period. Stalling called on Kuiper. Under a minute left. Kuiper has the major decision basically locked up, avoiding as long as Owatonna doesn't get a big turn.
Yes. Kuiper knows this. And again, he understands I just have to win. I don't have to get overly aggressive and pin the guy. So he was being smart the whole match. And I was the dummy here saying
good.
Otherwise.
You're good. I should have caught it too. It's not just I should have been able to figure that out too.
This is 2:15. We only have one match left. So
Kuiper trying to get out.
I'm sure the folks at home knew, and but we got caught up in the moment.
1 point Kuiper on the clasp on Owatonna, so that gives him a 10-point lead. I think we more just wanted to see a pin.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, Ryan always goes out there guns a-blazing going for those pins.
And he did that too. He was looking to end it early.
He truly did. And here I'm thinking he needs a pin, and actually he did not. So wrestling's smart now, and just knowing that, hey, I got to hang on to this win. He's up 11-1. He's up big. He's going to secure a major decision here. Short time here.
Got to avoid the turn here.
Yeah, he's got to avoid the turn. He can take a stall. That's fine. He wants to finish strong, though. So now he's going to come up and 5 seconds, no harm, no foul, and he's going to get the major.
Do it. That's going to do it for the Raiders as well.
Raiders are going to
win. Ryan Kuiper gets the major decision, moving up to 2:15. A lot of guys stepping up tonight. Owen Murphy got a pin at 189. Colin Staub a decision at 160. How about Aya Schweik moving up and getting a big win at 172 as well?
Yeah, that was huge.
I mean, so many guys stepping up.
Schweik's win was big. Owen getting a big pin.
So on senior night, Noah Ackerman will get his chance here at the heavyweight. I'm assuming it's Grant Lower, the senior for Owatonna.
No, this is actually Blake Fitcher.
Okay, so Blake, so
he bumped up as well.
So I'm assuming Max Flemke moved up to 215 as well. So Blake Fitcher moving up from 215 to 285 to wrestle with Ackerman and close out the duel.
Yeah, Fitcher, good wrestler, been around a long time. Good football player as well. We saw him on the football field. Ackerman, good football player, but Little Green as a wrestler. Has wrestled well this year, though. Has battled hard, and he's going to have his work cut out for him. He's in trouble here against Fitcher.
Blake
Fitcher is looking to scare a pen. He does.
He does. So Blake Fitcher closes out in a positive note for the Huskies with a pin. Ackerman can't hold on, but the Raiders will get the much-needed dual win in a tight race for the Big 9 Conference title.
Huge win for the Raiders tonight.
Absolutely massive. Tons of guys
big win.
stepping up in a big way.
30-25, we're going to take it.
So 30-25, the final here from the Northfield High School Gymnasium. Raiders stay undefeated in the Big 9 Conference. Owatonna drops to 5-1, 13-5 overall. Raiders jump above 500 to 7-6 overall. What a night for Raider wrestling. They knew they were going to have their work cut out for them. They've been banged up. Keith Horner didn't wrestle. Owen Murphy's been banged up. But they had the right guys step up at the right time. A couple of big falls late, some major decisions all around, and Owatonna jumped out pretty early. They were leading at one point 14-3, but then the Raiders just went on a run there late and got the 30-25 win over the Owatonna Huskies.
What a great duel. What a huge win for Northfield. Really happy for Coach Staub as his mom just passed away, and he did an outstanding job tonight, maneuvering a lot of guys around, a lot of guys stepping up, rallying around their team to get this big win, and you know that Patsy Staub upstairs is smiling down on us, so very good win for us.
Absolutely, especially like you said, such a special night for the Raiders, for Coach Jeff Staub on Takedown Cancer Night here. Everyone in their pink t-shirts. The Raiders have their green tape on their shoes. A special, special night for everyone involved, especially on senior night as well. This is the post-game cleanup brought to you by Service Master by Hyatt. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. Quickly running through the lineup tonight, Callie Graber started the Raiders off at 107 with a major decision. Drew Pribble dropped a major decision to Lindquist. Charlie Jones dropped a major decision to Sorensen, and that's where kind of Owatonna built up a lead. Then Caden Staub came back. Talon Blankenberg came back and took a tough loss as well at 127. Then Caden Staub moved up to 133 for Keith Harner. Got a big decision there. Sam Harner stepped up at 139, got a major decision. Zane Engels got a decision to tie things up. Then Krieger got a fall over Jamison Baker at 152, but that unsportsmanlike conduct took a point off from Owatonna, so instead of getting 6, they got 5. Colin Staub got a 6-4 decision. And then the big move here, Aya Schweik moving up from JV to varsity at 172, got a massive decision which gave the Raiders the 1-point lead. Then Murphy moving up, coming back to the lineup after getting banged up. He moved up to 189, got a massive pin. Kuiper finished it off with a major decision, and that's how the Raiders were able to get the win. 30-25 over the Owatonna Huskies. They now move into first place in the Big 9 Conference. A massive win tonight here from the Northfield High School Gymnasium. Again, that was the post-game cleanup brought to you by Service Master by Hyatt. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. Sean, any final thoughts tonight before we head out?
All I can say is what a huge win for Northfield. Anytime you can beat Owatonna, they're a very good wrestling town, a very good community, and in a match like this, it's huge. And not only is it big for the Big 9, but it's big for section implications for seeding as well. So really big win. The guys rallied around Staub, losing his mom in this past week, and Tackle Cancer Night. You couldn't ask for a kind of more poetic night to honor his mom and to see all the guys come together and have a huge win against Owatonna. So hats off to them and Coach Staub, and Let's keep her rolling.
Let's keep her rolling. Raiders, after this one, will travel to Farmington on Saturday for the Coda Classic. Owatonna has a girls tournament tomorrow in Bemidji, and they have a quad in Zumbrota on Saturday. In terms for Northfield Live, our next event is on Saturday, January 13th. The 8th-ranked Raider boys hockey team will be hosting the Owatonna Huskies again in a Big 9 conference matchup, very similar to what you saw here. For all of us here at Northfield Live, my partner Sean Murphy, I'm AJ Reister.